Hey and welcome to Dune Awakening, an MMO survival game that just released in Head Start on June the 5th. In this video, I will guide you through the 6th, 7th, and technically the 8th trial, which is named a final test. The latter two, you can run into certain issues, particularly with multiple puzzle combinations in the final test, Trial 8. First of all though, I want to give you an invaluable storage tip when you're going to say unload your buggy or your ornithopter. When you bring it back to base, simply go to one of your chests and at the top left here, select a backpack and then whatever vehicle has the items. And here you can simply click E when you mouse over the items to automatically put them in the chest you interacted with. It makes it so much faster to offload materials you've gained, particularly when farming with the Dune buggy. But now back to the trials. So let's begin and show you all of these locations and exactly where you need to find them. So I assume you've done all the trials up until this point. If not, check my previous video, and that does cover 1 to 5, not just the 5th. But now you need to find the 6th, and it is indeed just at the very top of the map here, next to where I have a contract. Devil's Eye Cavern. I personally got my ornithopter before proceeding with these trials, and you can see we're heading to that location in the very top right corner of the map. It's pretty easy to find. You will see the camp lights, and adjacent to that is where you will find the entrance to this cave. You need to have a knife to cut it open. Luckily, I did have a sword at hand. And then you have to navigate your way through the tunnels. Now, you might get a little bit lost down here, but if you always follow the left wall, you will be able to find your way down to the next altar room. Once here, you will discover the altar room is destroyed, and that's it. Interact with the record, and you're done your 6th trial. Now you need to find the location of the 7th trial, and this is going to be down in the rift just here. Again, I simply fly here, but you should just as well be able to get here with a bike and on foot. And you're going to have to descend near the bottom of this rift. There are some red lights here which will show you where the cave is, and I set my ornithopter down here, and you can begin on the bottom, very bottom level, but we just descended down this little passageway. You can see we're at the base floor here of the chasm. There is a little camp, and just next to it you need to head into this cavern. You will get to another one of these sealed off areas, cut your way through, you will take a left here, and then a right, and you will find the altar. You then sniff that spice, enter a hallucination, and here you get taught the mechanic of how to use those Fremen tents. And you need to get to that tent as quickly as possible while the storm rages, and you will interact with it. Get a little bit of a cutscene, the storm subsides, and then you need to continue to the next part. Now this is where I got a little bit stuck. The floor will fall away here, and the storm will come again. And you may be wondering where to go. My initial instinct was, a wall is a wall. It hadn't clicked with me yet that we can actually climb walls. If you don't get to the next tent in time, you simply die and get reset back to the beginning. But you very simply cross this part, which then falls away, and then you get to this pillar, and you need to climb it while the storm rages. And you need to be quick enough to get to the top, and you should be able to get to that next tent in time. And you get another little cutscene, and then you'll do a little bit of parkour, jumping across these, and then doing a bit more climbing. You do some more climbing again, another storm picks up, and you will have to reach the top of this platform to get to the 3rd tent. You jump off this, and here you are, interact quick, and you get another cutscene. And that's pretty much it for the trial. Again, remember, you can climb up walls in this game. From here, you jump to this little platform, then you're going to have to go here, and you're going to have to be quick to jump onto this wall to climb to the top, and then you are finished the trial. You wake up, and now you need to go to a final test, basically the 8th trial. This 8th trial location is just up here at this intersection of these locations. We can zoom in and here it is. Again, I make my way there with my ornithopter. Now this trial will take some time, and I did have a sandstorm while I was within it, so you'd be best off not leaving your vehicle here. You will then enter the cave. This place is quite expansive. Just follow the path and enter the temple. Just be aware there are some enemies here, but I don't believe you actually have to fight them, at least not yet. Now this door is a bit of a questionnaire and will hold up the most amount of players. You're gonna have to solve this puzzle by selecting the correct answers. You can do it by trial and error, it just takes time, but this is the answer. 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3. Alternatively, the exact names. I take 1 being the top, middle 2, bottom 3. If you select the wrong answer, you have to do the whole thing again. I brute forced it, but again, here are the answers. Once you do it correctly, the door will open for you. And I believe this trial is set up so that only one person can do it at a time. I don't know why, but you might have to wait if somebody else is already within the trial at the door. You will then meet this companion who will help you a little bit, and you need to make your way through. You can gather some loot in these off rooms. There's no point going down here. What you need to do is go down the right passageway here. Just follow the passageways. There's only really one way to go. And once you get to this point, you have to go through these boulders. So you will use your cutter ray. Hopefully you actually brought it. It is a bit of a maze down here. You can do trial and error, as you will run into points where there are multiple directions to go. You have to take the right section. Once here, you go to the left, then straight ahead, make your way up the steps, and now you enter the puzzle room. You have 3 lessons. If you want to solve this by yourself, listen to what the guy says. To begin with, you need to get bind, dunes, and grass. The second combination is planting, shelter, and downwind. And the third lesson is burrowing, animals, and sand. And that's it. All 3 lessons. You can see the combinations there. And then your door opens. From here, you just continue along the passageways. Again, there are more side rooms where you can gather loot, and you will enter this grand hall. Here you have a little bit of a puzzle to solve. You have this thing to interact on the floor, and you have to unlock it. You have 3 rings to rotate. There's the inner, the outer, and also the middle ring. A super easy way to solve this is to rotate the middle ring first, line it up so you can see this thing matches with this. Then you will go to the inner ring. You rotate that similarly so that this channel is going to match up with the middle channel. Now you simply rotate the outer ring all the way around so that you get the full thing lined up. And there you go. Again, start with the middle ring, then the inner ring, and then the outer ring. However, other people have solved it by doing the inner ring twice, middle ring once, and then outer ring twice. Once that's done, you can interact with the altar, cutting yourself and putting some blood on it. The blood flows and then unlocks the door. Once you're here, you will just listen to this guy talking to you for a bit, and then you simply need to interact next to this chest with this safe. You won't be able to open it, and you will talk to your companion, and she says she'll be able to crack it, but not right now. You then get out of there and will have to fight some intruders. Now these guys die pretty easy, like a 1 shot for my sniper, but it will depend what gear level you're at. Just don't get overwhelmed. This guy's pretty tanky. I should have switched to my sword a bit earlier. But once you actually go and kill them all, I do recommend looting them, as they can have some valuable items. You will then exit by just going up here and clicking E. And that's it. You're done all of the 8 trials, or say the main story quest line within Haga Basin. From there, you will head back to your base, and then Ari will tell you that she found the decoding mnemonic film, and you need to go then to Harco Village. A special thank you to all of my channel members for their extra support. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps in some way, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.